Hello YouTubers. Today I'm going to do a video that I brought up some time ago that I would probably do, and that's a long-term review of a Stoeger P350 pump. This is my Stoeger 350 pump shotgun. This is chambered for 3.5 inch, so it'll shoot 3.5 inch or smaller 12 gauge shells. It's a very inexpensive weapon. When I purchased this one, they were having a sale. It was like $50 off, I think. I've had this thing since probably 2010, I think, something like that, maybe 2011. And it's 2017 now, so I've had it quite a while, so I've had plenty of time to make an assessment as to what I think of it. When you buy this gun, you can get it in black, or you can get it in camo, and you can get, well, it comes with a 28 inch barrel length. I think there might be a youth model also, and I think there's also an upgraded model that's got a 30 inch barrel with an extended choke tube. Now, this is just your standard black edition. I think I paid less than $300 for it, with the $50 off. Comes with 5 choke tubes, turkey choke, skeet, modified, improved cylinder, and full. And of all those chokes, the only one that's really worth using is the turkey choke. I've used them all, but they're stainless steel and all, but they're not that sturdy. If you shoot large steel pellets through them, you'll tend to bend them out of shape. I had that happen with the modified choke. I shot steel F and T through it, and I couldn't get it out of the barrel. I tried everything to get it out of the barrel. So I contacted the company. They sent me a return number, and I sent them in the barrel. And evidently they couldn't get it out either, because they sent me a brand new barrel, which was kind of nice. Now this choke I'm using here, this right here is an aftermarket choke. It's Carlson's choke tube, mid-range waterfowl, which is actually modified. Which pattern's pretty good. The pattern's a lot better than the factory flush tubes that you get with this gun. Now the turkey choke that comes with it is extended. The actually pattern's pretty decent. I mean, there's some aftermarket turkey chokes that will out-pattern it, but it patterns pretty good, and I've killed several turkeys with it. Now there are some things that I like about this gun, and there's some things I don't. Oh yeah, I also want to mention it's got a chrome lined chamber. So if you're one of those people that decide you want to extend the constriction right after the chamber, or tapers down, you really shouldn't do it with this, because it's chrome lined, and I don't know how sturdy the metal underneath that is. But I've shot all kinds of shells through here, everything clear up to F-shot steel, and it's done just fine. And this Carlson's choke tube, by the way, I've shot F through it, and as you can see, it goes in and out just fine. It's not warped or bent in any way. Now, I've had some warranty work done on this gun. Quite frankly, I wasn't very impressed with it when I first bought it. I bought it mainly for the price, and I wanted to be able to shoot the longer shells. Even though I've got a 10 gauge that shoots 3.5 inch shells, I wanted a 12 gauge that shoots 3.5 inch shells, just in case I didn't have any 10 gauge shells to shoot, or I just wanted a lighter gun to use. And this does pretty good. It's got pretty good recoil with the 3.5 inch shells, but I've got another gun that shoots 3.5 inch shells, and it actually kicks worse. So, but it's pretty light. It's like 7.5 pounds, I think. Comes with a red sight on the end of the barrel, which came off, by the way. The material that's inside here came out, and I had to get another one. So I contacted the company, and they sent me one free of charge. Also, the forearm here broke on me. I don't know if you can see it very well, but right here, the pins that hold it together, it's not real sturdy in my opinion. And I had shells sticking in the barrel, and I was pretty rough with it trying to get them out, and it just flat out broke. And I contacted the company, and they sent me another one. So, when you call Stoeger about warranty work, you get Benelli, because Stoeger falls under the Benelli label, and the Benelli people are really good about warranty work. The other problem I had with this was it wasn't shucking the 3.5 inch shells very well. I put them in the magazine, and they were jamming up when I tried to chamber them. So I sent it off to the company, and they straightened it out, and it works great now. This thing is, the action on this is awesome. Now you take a 3.5 inch shell, just throw it in there, close it, and it's in there. When you close the action on this, it locks. See, it turns and locks. But when you fire it, firing it unlocks it, and you'll find it'll be back like this after you shoot it. That's not a defect, it's made that way. This thing's easy to clean, easy to take apart. You just undo this, of course. Set that down. Pull the barrel off. And clean the barrel. This is the way to clean a gun. Do it this way, clean the barrel. This way it's never going to shoot you in the face when you clean it. I don't know how many people die from cleaning their weapons, but it's ridiculous. And then this piece here, it just comes out. You're left with this. You got this piece here, forearm piece. All comes apart pretty easy. Now you can take this down further if you want to take it apart. Pull this pin out, take the firing pin off. That's something that doesn't have to be cleaned very often, but the barrel does. And the trigger group comes out pretty easy. Tap this pin out, and it'll just come right out. Stock comes off. There's a screw in here. You take the pad off, and then the screw, unscrew it, and the stock will come off. This will come down, it'll strip down really quick. You can do it in just a few minutes. And of course, the plug, magazine adapter, whatever you want to call it, that limits how many shells fit in the magazine. With that in there, there's 2 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber of all sizes. With it out, of course, you can get, I think you can get 5 shells in this gun with it out. But I never take that out. I'm mostly using it for hunting. I do a little clay shooting with it, but I usually don't bother to remove the plug because I'm a little bit afraid that I might forget to put it back in. And it just goes right back together, quite simply. Plug back in there. Now if you wanted to take the spring out, You just take this out, some snap ring pliers, and they'll come right out of there. You can have this thing field stripped down to nothing in hardly any time at all. Putting the barrel back on is pretty simple. Well, usually it's pretty simple. You need to have this a little bit up. There we go. And it just goes right on there. And then thread on this. And make sure the plug can fall back out again. Now the rib goes up a little bit. Gives you a real quick side acquisition. Go up there like that, you're on it. Really quick. So, I mean, this thing hits either right at where I aim it or just slightly below. It's a little unusual because most of the shotguns I've had tend to hit a little bit high. And a lot of that's built into the design of most of them. It's made for birds rising. But if you have ducks coming in, that's kind of a curse because then you gotta adjust. Now, one thing I don't like about this gun, of course, I didn't like all the warranty work I had to have done on it, but I seriously doubt they're all like that. This one was probably a lemon, but it's good now. But what I don't like about it is I'm not into the plastic look. I like wood. Plastic looks okay, but you know, it looks kind of like a toy, which it seriously is not. But I never have gotten used to guns looking like that. I'm not much into the Mattel look. But it functions, and I've killed plenty of birds with it. I've killed everything from quail to geese with it. It's worked quite good. So, for the money, it's well worth it. I mean, longevity, it's made it this far, and I've been pretty rough on it. So, I'd say it's held its own pretty good. I probably wouldn't put it against a Browning as far as quality goes. Browning is top quality, and that's a good bar to set for a lot of guns. But if you want a good inexpensive shotgun that'll shoot anything, a good all-around gun, this would be the way to go. I mean, I have many different guns for different hunting. I believe that's how you should do it, to keep everything more precise and refined. But if you just want to buy one gun, an overall gun for everything, this wouldn't be bad. I don't like it as much as my Stoeger Condor. That gun is more fun than this one. But this has the third shot. This has the additional shot, which is nice. And it does shoot the 3.5-inch shells. The Stoeger Condors does not. On the other hand, if I reload my shells, and if the case is not sized properly, it will tend to stick in here. The Stoeger Condor, I can put just about anything in there. It can be oversized and it'll still fire and it'll still come out. Because the way it's designed, when you open it, it forces the shells out. So in that regard, I like that gun a lot better. But this is a good pump. I mean, good inexpensive pump. Action works good. It doesn't jam up much. It always seems to work in cold weather. So I hope you got something out of this video. Stoeger doesn't pay me to endorse their product, so I'm doing this out of my own pocket. So everything I say is true. I'm not trying to fudge anything. Anyway, it's not a paid endorsement. If you want to buy one of these, you can. There's plenty available. I hope you got something out of this video, and please like and subscribe, and I will hopefully come out with more videos in the near future. Thank you. Bye.